Hi! You can probably already tell, but this video is going to be a little different. You're not at my desk, but at my bookshelf, yarn shelf, I guess. And that is because I need to organize it. I really thought I could fit everything in there as is, and I started to organize it a little by color, but then I gave up because I kept finding more yarn, which is in these bags, because when I was unpacking it was just stuffed as filling, and I just stopped doing it. And I thought, you know what, let me make a video out of it, because I will probably have to cake some of it, if not most of it, so that it can fit in there. So yeah, you can watch me do it. The thing is, some of the yarn is really big, like I don't know how this will cake, for example, or I have a really big skein right here. I will not pull it out right now, but it's bigger than my head. So this one I will definitely not cake, because that would probably take me 2 days, and I will probably have to make more than one cake, which I don't want to do. I don't like cutting yarn if I don't have to. But yeah, let me take all of that out and put it on the couch right here, and then we will see what's next. I don't even really know what is in these bags, because they were just like that in boxes. Man, I'm really not looking forward to this. Okay, so that is all of the yarn that I have, and some of them I know don't have the tags, but the ones that I did have with tags, I have them packed, so if I need to, I will know what's what. And as I'm caking them, I will probably take all of them off, and I'll put them in like a bag or a box or something like that. Or I saw someone putting the tags inside the cakes, so I might do that also, but let's sort them for now and then worry about that later. So I haven't even started, and I'm already thinking how I should go about it. Like, should I start with white, then do beiges, then go to yellow and the rest of the rainbow, and then the darker colors? Or should I do the white, then browns and grays and black separately, and the rainbow separately? I don't know. Let me do them separately on the couch, and then if I don't like it, I'll just merge it. This way I think it will be easier if I change my mind. So here is everything grouped. And it's really funny because you can tell what colors I don't like. I only have one red and one orange. Well, 2 red, if you count this. But yeah, I like it like this. I will leave this white to black section like this, and then go with the rainbow like so. I just didn't know what to do about, I think, 2 of them. Like, this one is really dark, but I feel like this has a little purplish undertones, so I just put it here. And this one, I have no idea what to do with it, because it has greens and yellows and reds, so I don't know. It's only one though, so it's fine. I will worry about it later on. I also want to talk about some of the yarn that I have, not all of it, obviously, but starting with this one. This one is from Ice Yarns, and I've wanted to try their yarn for a while now, and I actually got it in a local art thrift store. It says it's cotton, but I'm not sure if it's 100% cotton. It is not. It's 75% cotton and 25% elite polyester, whatever that means. But yeah, it doesn't really feel like pure cotton, but it's nice to work with. It's not like your traditional yarn. Let me try to get the focus on it. It's like braided kinda. I also have this one from Ice Yarns, and I think this one would be really nice for socks. I've recently started working on my first pair of socks, and I kinda just started buying more and more yarn for them, but it's a lot of work, so it's going really slow. But this one is really pretty. It has like little different speckles of color. So when I get to it, these socks will be really cute. Speaking of socks, here are some more sock yarns that I bought, and these are woolen. And I got them on sale at Joann. I don't remember how much they were, but they were really cheap. And I got two. This one is like, it says seashell colors, and it's a little variegated. Hopefully you can see it. So I wanted to make a two-color sock, and I thought these two would go together nicely. These four I got from Poland, and they're both Drops Loves You 7 and 9. And this isn't all of the colors, like I have more right here, but these are thinner and they were really cheap. They were like $1 each. And I feel like this kind of thinner yarn is more popular in Europe than in America, because when I want to buy thinner cotton yarn, it's impossible here. I don't know why, or they're like $5 each. And I'm really sad because I like making amigurumis from these. But hopefully, maybe in a few years, they will come to America and they will also be cheaper than normal yarn here. This one is silk and wool. And originally, as you can see, it was like $10, but I got it for like $2 in that same thrift store, and I just couldn't not take it. I still don't know what I will do with it, but I've never worked with silk and it just looks really pretty, so I took it. This one is really interesting also. It's tape yarn, but it's really soft. It's so nice. And I wanted to make a bag from them, but I can't really find a Tunisian crochet hook with a cable that would fit them for now, so I can't use them. But as soon as I find it, I'm making that bag because I really want to work with them. And the bag that I want to make is from TL Yarn Crafts. It's like a bucket bag, and I need to make it one day. This is this huge one that I mentioned in the beginning. It's really massive. It has over 1,000 meters. And I also got it on sale at Joann. I ordered it online and I had no idea that it would be so big. I expected much smaller, even though I did read how many grams and meters it had, but still, I didn't expect it like this. And I paid like $5 for it. It was crazy. But again, I have no idea what I will do with it yet. And lastly, this one, I think that was the most expensive yarn that I ever bought. It was $7.50 on sale at Joann. Normally, I think it's $10, and it was in a hank, so I had to make a cake already because I made a hat with it. Let me show you here. And I also used white, this one from Lion brand. It's the 24/7 DK. I've used 24/7 before, but this is the first time that I've used their DK yarn, and I really liked it. It's really soft for cotton. I loved working with it. And this is a bucket hat, and I will link the pattern in the description. Just be aware that the pattern is kind of broken when it tells you to make an increase. The numbers of stitches in between is incorrect, so you will have to have a little knowledge of how to adjust that to make it, but overall I think it comes out really pretty. I still haven't blocked it, but I will, and I will definitely wear it during this summer because it's really hot outside. Hopefully not for long anymore, but I do want to wear it this year at least once, so I have to do it fast. But back to this one for a little bit still. I don't remember what it's called, but it's the Joann brand, and it's their hand-dyed yarn, and it's a little thinner than the DK white yarn that I used for the hat. So what I did was just I took one thread from inside and the other one from outside, and I was working with two when I was working with one of the white. I'm really happy how this came out, even though there's like little holes in here, and I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but I still love it and still will definitely wear it. So it's time to wind my yarn, and I will start with the ice yarn that I already had one caked. And my yarn winder is from Knit Picks and I really love it. Beautiful. Sometimes those cakes don't come out very even, but this one is great. So now I will try to put this tag inside. Well, look at that. That's very convenient. I will be doing that with all of my yarns, I think. This yarn is so bad. It keeps tangling. I had like a really big tangle. There were like 3 knots, like big ones, and I spent over an hour entangling it. And you know, the closer I get to the end, it's getting worse. Like right here, it just keeps doing that. I think because it's wool, it's just pulling on these little threads. I can feel like the particles of the wool like pulling even on my fingers sometimes. Hopefully though other yarns aren't as bad. Finally, wow. This one took way too long, but it's done. And it looks pretty. So I'm not sure if I should cake these yarns because they're already quite big and I feel like it might look just massive as a cake. But what I think I will do is just try to cake this one, and then if I don't like how it looks, I'll just leave the other ones as they are. I'm hoping it will cake well, because the whole point of me doing this is so that the yarns just look better on the shelves, and I feel like they would just stand better on each other if they're caked. Because in this form, they're just too rounded and they fall from each other, and I don't like it. Okay, honestly, I don't think it's too bad. Like, it might be a little bigger than other ones, but it's not like massive that I was afraid. It honestly looks fine. So I do think I will do all of them like this. I also found this kit in another box. Admittedly, I forgot I even had it, but here are the colors, and they're like smaller balls of yarn, and since they're packed like this, I don't think there is a reason for me to unpack them and put them on the shelf. I will just keep them, I don't know, maybe under my bed like this, because when I do use it, I wanted to use them together, so I feel like it would be better to just keep them together. Okay, so this was actually the last skein. So now let's move on to actually putting them on the shelves. I started with those yarns that I had more than one of, so that only one each is at the front. I also put most of the dark skeins at the back because I just felt like the lighter ones would look better out front. I was doing the same thing with the blues and greens, and as those were the colors that I had the most of, and because I have that giant skein, I had to move some of them to the bottom with pinks and purples. And I stuck the reds at the back too because they really would look out of place in my opinion. Last one. And here we go, it's done, and look at that. I mean, how pretty is it? I'm so happy how it came out. But yeah, that will be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And maybe you even got inspired to do something about your own yarn stash. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!